pray about it, pray about it, pray about it, girl. I pray so much. The kingdom is coming. Hallelujah.
Check it out. Check it out.
Introduce yourself this time.
All right, y'all want to know a little bit about me, so I just say Sylvia Nicole because it's in my title. Like, I do a lot of things, okay? I'm a singer, I'm an upcoming actor, mental health and substance abuse. I refurbish furniture. I'm actually mentally there for people. I have my certificate in recovery support specialist, where you're able to tell your life experience and help other people. So I have a lot of titles. That's why I'm like, I'm just Sylvia Nicole.
Thank you, y'all. Y'all finally got it out of her. She said y'all will know me soon.
Yeah, so she pushing me to say, so y'all know it, okay?
Well, now we know who Sylvia Nicole is, and you are watching Mentally There For You. So, last week, the last episode, I want to say we had segment part 1. It was made for fame, but used for shame. Who is the really blame? So with that segment is basically we referring to people that have addictions, and we use DMX as like the limelight because he's been ridiculed, but then now everybody wants to give him his roses now instead of understanding his true traumas before this came to this. How could I say it? What you want? Like, what word would you say this is?
Before it came to this point.
To the point, pretty much.
That's going on and everything of how it went down.
And now everybody wants to actually take a look at his life and actually dissect what was really the true problem, what caused his addiction, why did he stay going for so long. You want to start?
Yeah, doing this segment, I feel like people have people in their life, and it's really obvious to know when somebody's close to you and they're going through something. So, just me personally, if somebody that I know that's going through depression, and I can see that they're sleeping a lot, I can see that they're not taking their showers, I can see that they're just not really caring about themselves, they're self-sabotaging, numbing through drugs, alcohol, food, shopping, because addictions is not just drugs and alcohol.
Not at all.
Addictions go through a whole bunch of, somebody can have an addiction to motorcycles and buy 5 and they don't even have 5 bodies. Like,
now that's a problem.
Yeah, so you have to realize that, and you have to learn how to come to people without no judgment. I feel like I'm able to come to the people that I love and able to talk to them because they know my intentions is pure. They know that I'm not trying to steer them the wrong way, but I'm trying to get them out of that stagnated place that they're in. So it's like, if you know somebody that went through a hard time, that they have their demons, and that this is not saying take on whatever it is that they're going through. You have to learn how to separate it, because for the longest time, if I love somebody and they had an issue,
the issue became yours,
yeah,
right?
And I would take on everything. And it's like, whatever it is that they needed, Sylvia would do. And it wasn't fair to me because I was draining my own energy. I was be able to calm my family peace and other people peace around me, but just me being there and me trying to do everything for them, it was disturbing my peace. So it's like, now I can give somebody the tools to do anything and everything that they want. But it's up to you to do it. And if I see you don't doing it, you're not going to constantly hear me talking to you, because it becomes a waste of time, because I actually look at it as you don't really want the help. You want to complain about it, but you don't want to do about it. And I get it. Sometimes it's really hard, and we look at it like, nah, I can't do that and I can't do this. You have to have that other voice, like, shut the fuck up. Yes, the fuck I can. Why the fuck are you even in my head? Like, I have to talk to myself
Put
like
that. Bitch in check.
Yeah, like, who the fuck you think you're talking to? Like, no,
Absolutely.
we about to. And one thing I learned about situations, if you don't kill that situation is going to try to kill you. If you don't fight that situation head on, it's going to come for you head on. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to attack you before you attack me.
So with her saying that, the reason why we really actually wanted to do this segment, it wasn't just about the DMX thing. It wasn't just about the Nas X. it wasn't just about addictions and mental health. It's about the industry using weaker vessels. So I'm just gonna go off of what I have dissected, and you could probably run with it. Throughout the time, I've been raised up around music. Big time. I never knew that music carry frequencies that actually helps. It's a part of your alignment, your vibrations. If you ever notice how we can listen to a song that's aggressively angry and then you got that, nigga, I'm in the car like, what? I'm driving, I'm doing
Then I'm listening to gospel. Then I'm listening to gospel.
You like, hallelujah. So the point I'm making, and then you listen to R&B, you just like, yes, baby, yes. But the whole time we not knowing that we actually, our souls is dancing inside. So I wanted to touch bases with why the music industry is a leverage to us. Our souls is a vibration. It's an energy. Energy is pingo for energy, right? So music is a frequency, which is another form of energy. When you hear a song, like, prime example, Jenny and Nako. I use her very, and Tiana Taylor, because they are considerably divine, feminine, higher vibrational singers. And they speak to the feminine side of a female. And they also could speak to the feminine side of a man if a man wanted to hear it that far and get sensitive with us. But long story short, whenever I notice that an artist that comes from a home, and they go into the industry and they speaking their truths, and you got some that write about their life, then you got some that write about life that they ain't even fucking really doing out here. But the point is, the ones that's writing, the artists that's really writing and dedicating their actual stories to that notebook, that pad, and this recording speaker and mic and all that stuff, they're telling you a story for you to understand them. And it's also a vibrational thing, because the stories that they telling y'all, that they probably verbally can't sit down and word from word and tell somebody without breaking down, they do it in their music. They use their craft. Now, what I wanted to say, and I don't have the article right now, but I can reference 3 years ago, a lady named Vicky Dillard, who has a podcast as well. She put up a snippet of, I think it was Charlemagne the God, or it was somebody in the podcast area was interviewing one of the top executives of the entertainment business, like the music production companies and stuff. And he basically said about the crack epidemic, they know what they doing. They put it out there so that way they know who was gonna buy the albums, who was gonna feed it to the music. They see a black person singing a hip hop song talking about selling drugs and they making bread. You got the younger crowd. Like I said, this is why you gotta make sure your mind is strong enough. Like, if your mind is weak, you're gonna fall subject to anything that you hear in the song. And I'm noticing that now with kids. They are now, you got WAP. You got these little girls out here that shaking their ass thinking that it's a gumdrop type of festival out here. And it's really not. Because they ain't gonna tell y'all about the AIDS fucking factory right behind that shit. But then you also got men disrespecting females in songs. And some girl said to me when I brung the WAP thing up, she was like, but these men been doing it for years. They've been talking about us doing this and doing that. And she's right. It's how can I say, it's a war between men and women in the music industry right now, because the men feel like the women is trying to be just as disrespectful as them, and the women is only doing it because they were trying to gain control back over disrespectfulness, and it's vice versa. When we listen to music, we're actually controlling the world, and the music industry know that shit. So what they do, they use people like Lil Nas X. DMX will come from a home that was broken. Then you got Whitney Houston that came from a home that had a lot of situations going on. You got, I could name like quite a few artists. They know that these people was already going through so much, and they wanted to offer them fame because money makes people excited and it gets them to do things that they normally wouldn't do. When DMX started talking, when certain artists started talking, you see how they got put in limelight, like Prince. You got Michael Jackson. You got all these celebrities
that starts talking about chemtrails.
Yeah.
And They got rid of him.
Then you got Kanye West. You got all these people that's speaking out about certain things. And I always say Kanye West went to the dark side for a moment because he wanted to really be for sure of what the fuck he's seeing, so he can explain it to who he needed to explain it to. And right now, what he's going through, they say he got mental health issues. He's mental. He's this. He's that. No, he's a fucking Gemini. What more do y'all want?
I feel like
say?
once he lost his mother was the closest thing to
Yeah.
him. That destroyed him, and I don't think a lot of people look at that. Like, and that's different from DMX not having a mother, like, into Kanye having a mother. Like, his mother was there. Like, she was supportive. She was loving. She did all of that. And he was the only child too. So
Yeah.
it's like, you take away my mother, I don't really have nothing.
So
even though I have kids, I still need my mother. I still want my mother. So, like, when you're grieving like that and something is going on, you're going to act off impulse. You're going to do things off of behaviors because you're feeling like that's the only thing that's helping
Paul
you.
says. So do you think he married Kim K off of impulse? I want to hear that. Hold on. Say it or say what you say. I want an honest opinion.
My honest opinion is I don't know his true intentions of marrying her. Because that's something, all right, even though we're talking about celebrities and I love DMX is like the only person that I actually
pay attention to.
Care about. So it's like when, like, you hear people like, oh my God, did you see Cardi B? It's like, I don't care about it because that's their business. Like, I got my own shit to worry about right now. Like, yeah, they're celebrities, but you hear them talk about it like they're actually in their life. And that's like something I always wanted to just disconnect from. So, like, I will always see like the things going on, but he struggled with something.
I do feel like he was weak. And a lot of people, like you said, he was a vessel that was lost at that time, and he lost his mom. He could have lost his life. He got in that plane accident. So it was a lot of trauma going on.
It's also a thing of when you're vulnerable and you're weak. And
you attract certain things.
Yeah, you show that. It's like a lot of things come to you. And like even in the music industry, like just growing up, I don't see it more now. Just growing up, you see it that a lot of people that grew up, like behind the music and stuff, you always hear what she was out, and black people make music, movies, commercials, events. It's like they're okay with doing that shit off of our backs. They're okay with constantly making these things of slavery, but they don't want to make no movie and saying how we got to slavery.
And they don't want to say how the hell a lot of us are not what the hell they just see. We become what they actually put in these movies because of circumstances that we go through.
It's literally preying on the weak. Like you know that somebody is not strong enough to make an opinion for themselves or something that's going to better them because they're so weak-minded. So it's like the fact that you're going over, it's like, all right, everybody know that's watching this. You know, I used to fight a lot. But the one thing I didn't fight on somebody that wasn't going to fight back. Why go after somebody that's weaker
than you or vulnerable?
It doesn't make sense. Like it shows
you're
what type, it shows what type of person
bully.
you are. And then like you go into the industry and you see the pictures of the people that's behind it. You can already see and you can already feel that they're sick as hell. Now I don't even feel like it's more of them getting fame and being popular off trauma. It's more of people are money hungry. People are willing to do anything for money. And people will be like, people say money don't make you happy. Well, give it to me. Yeah, money does make you happy, but if you're not happy,
it's a temporary happy.
Yeah, but if you're not happy with yourself, if you didn't heal from your childhood wounds and the things that happened when you was growing up, if you got your heart broken, if you didn't deal with those things, like money is just going to be there for you to get into. Yeah, like you're using a mask, and it's like if that's something that you want, heal, so you won't have to be like these other celebrities because they got famous before wanting to heal. So now that they didn't want to heal, you get to see their behaviors, you get to see their drug addictions, you get to see what they're struggling with, and it's like you really open your eyes.
Honestly, they don't get time to heal once they become famous because it's not to be funny. We witnessing it now by us just doing this podcast. It's like we wake up 7 in the morning, we got mad stuff to do. I
get off of work
at 7 in the morning. She comes with me. We go get our makeup or whatever we got to get done. She had to go get her hair done this morning, and it was like, I got home to get dressed, and I'm looking at the time like, oh, we gotta go. It's already almost 1 o'clock, but they do have time to heal once they in that limelight because everything is already in full front. You go from doing so many interviews, all this stuff, and then now you start putting on the fake analyzation of yourself and you start living as a fake person. But like you said, behind closed doors, I think it was Britney Spears. I used to love that song, Lucky.
I hate the way they treat her.
I love that song, Lucky, but nobody didn't want to listen to her because right after she did that,
I still listen to that song.
right after she did that song, Lucky, right? She started having mental breakdowns. She was telling y'all, like,
If you
I
listen
could
to
have
those words,
everything.
yeah.
If I got everything, even when Houston said it, I can have everything, but where does a lonely heart go? You have to heal some of that stuff internally before you get this famous world involvement, because then it's no time for you to sit to yourself and to actually answer them questions that you got for yourself, because then you look into the world for them answers. That's how you get people like DMX and a lot of these celebrities. Okay, they didn't have time to address these shits on their own, so now they like, fuck it. My fans love me, so I'm gonna go talk to them. And I see people in our actual lives do that now too.
The biggest thing right now, whoever is listening, is like, you have to realize, for one, for me, I speak for myself. When something is not happening for me that I've been manifesting, I'm like, God, what the hell is going on? Like, I done already spoke about this topic. I know that it's coming my way, but what is going on? And it's never to look at or blame anybody else. It's like, Sylvia, what are you doing that's keeping you from something that you want? And sometimes it's Sylvia in my own way.
It's you.
And I have to put that aside. I have to go into a healing journey, and then that's when it comes.
Absolutely.
But like, you can't expect all of these things that you're praying for, like it's gonna, like how they say, faith without work is dead. Why ask God for something and I'm not meeting Him halfway? Somebody literally said that's like asking God to move a mountain and I'm not helping him, and I'm not coming through and bringing a shovel. Like, yeah, I'm
But
gonna
it's
say
there.
help.
It's upon your movement and your action. I always, even when I do what I do in my spirituality, I utilize that. Because at some point, I was going to church at some point, and I think a lot of us do that. We go to church looking for answers. We praying, God gonna, then you got the pastor that say, oh, God gonna deliver it upon call. You just gotta sow your seeds. Now, here's the thing. We can sow our seeds for 10, 15, 20 years. It's people in church still with that.
You want to get into sowing seed? You want to get into sowing? So me and my cousin was talking about this, right? So growing up in church, you know, like you go to church, you got like a little.
Don't say you put a seed
No,
in the damn pot,
listen.
girl.
They used to be like, all right, y'all, we need $50 more, $100 more. Listen,
I hate that. I'm sorry.
Listen, they're like, we need $50 more, $100 more. I promise you, God gonna bless you tomorrow, and you get that $50 in your license.
It's not even funny because it's so sad. That really happened
and
to
me. And my cousin went to somebody that lights off. We hungry. Yeah, we can't call nobody. Like,
but that motherfucker preacher got his meal on that table with the lights and gas on.
That's exactly why I don't step into a lot of churches, because for one, you're using God as a sweepstake. To me,
yeah, that ain't. It's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm looking at it. Like, don't do that. Okay,
that's like this. It's to me. We wasn't gonna touch this subject, but it's vital. It's vital. A lot of us black mother freakers come from a church family, right? We go to church. We've been telling all our lives God gonna move upon requests, right? So you see, pray about it, pray about it, pray about it, pray about it. Girl, I pray so much. I said, kingdom is coming, hallelujah. And I still had the next day I had an eviction notice. And guess where that money was at? I got that eviction notice. I was sowing that goddamn seed because I felt God was going to move on my behalf. But that was stupidity. I'm not going to even lie. But I was so far to my faith at that time that faith without substance, I thought don't move. Yeah. So I was giving the substance to it.
When I went to church, for one, there was a certain time where I was like actually paying my tithes. I had no problem paying my 10%. If you saying God is the reason why I have this, and I just got to get 10%. That's separating whatever it is that you're doing with the 10%, and that's what a lot of people. What you doing with the money? It doesn't matter. God gonna heal it. But me doing it for a while. When I moved, and I didn't know nobody. When I moved into my first apartment, there was so many people knocking at my door trying to give me stuff. It got to a point where I couldn't receive anything else because I literally had everything that I wanted. Yeah. So I feel like it does benefit, but at the same time, there was a lot of things that I just didn't agree with. I felt more control, not because of the money stuff, but because of other stuff. I felt control.
When I'm gonna put it to you like this, what made me walk away, I still was going to church. This is right before my awakening started. Like, I started noticing something different, and it was my soul telling me to move. Like, and I feel like even if I don't put a label on God, I'm gonna put it to y'all like that. Spiritually, I would never put a label on something that is not me. Because yes, do I believe in the years of higher power? Absolutely. Do I feel like there is something that is keeping me running every day? Absolutely. And do I feel like that's where my blessings do come from? Yes, because it's upon, I could drop at the dime and I would not no longer exist. It's upon that request of whoever is above us. But when at that time I was going to church, I never forget this, I got married at the time, and it was still like, okay, the church said shacket. Married. Yeah, let's fix this shacket part. I got 3 kids by this man. But the sad part was I still had domestic issues. I still had other issues that was persistent. And the church kind of knew that. They knew. But they still said, oh, pray about it. So I prayed about it. You want to know what God actually made me pray about, to the point I got married. I went through fucking depression for like a long time. And at the end of that depression, I said to myself, everybody was still going to church. I was like, I can't go. My ex-husband at the time was going. I'm like, I can't go. How you ordained as a deacon? But it's something in me, like, I can't go. I knew the word. I was able to write a sermon for my mom and my ex-husband without even touching the Bible, because it was purity out of the heart. So that let me know 2 things for certain. God is within us. The word is already built inside of us. It's just we're the walking Bibles now. Now, what made me walk away? Spirit made me walk away. Spirit said, you could pray about it. You could have the preacher see it. The preacher could see it. The deacon could see it. They could lay hands on you. They could put oil all over your body. They could dip you in the water and bring you back up. But if you don't manifest it on your own from your heart, your faith, that's within, bruh, you're not going to get none of that. After I left the church, it wasn't saying that the church, sometimes the churches do hinder you because the people's spirits around you is gravitating towards you. I left that church, and everything I sold my seeds for years has been coming to me without being in the church. And that's because it wasn't for the church to give it to me. It was for me to get it for my goddamn self. So yeah, I can honestly say yes, that kind of strayed us away from faith in the church, but not from spirit.
No.
What? You forgot about your mother.
So, the reason I walked away is because, it for one, it wasn't nobody in the church. Like, it served me. It served my purpose. And just me growing up for years in church. For one, I'm a singer. So, it was like, when people know that you sing in the church, it's like, they're not asking you, do you want to sing? It's get up here and sing.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like, that was something I was tired of. And it was like, literally got to the church that I was at. And I was like, I can't get up there and fake it like that's something that I want to do, because it's not. I'm being forced. And for years, it shut me down to like where I couldn't sing. I didn't want to sing. Like, I didn't want my voice. I didn't want nothing. I'm not at that place now. And it was also me going through my traumas and other Black people going through their traumas, and they make it seem like if you come to church, that's healing yourself. You come to church, you're being strong and something is changing. No matter how many revivals and conventions that you have, sis, you still got some mental health problems and you need to see a therapist. It's okay. Like, yes, God is God. God is going to be there for you, whatever it is that you believe in. But at the same time, you have to do the work. And I had to step away. I had to do some work, because I will go to church as many times that I could. And then, like, they'll pray over you. Oh, it's over. Tonight is the last night. As soon as I walk out the damn
right
church,
there. Boom!
something is happening, attacking me. And it's like, what the hell? But, like, don't get me, I had people that was praying for me. I had people that was dear for me. But at the same time, I told myself I would never go back into church. And I don't see that there's no therapist there. There's nothing for them mentally.
I did have a therapist. It was Lala. I'm going to tell you that now. She was my therapist because a lot of the stuff that I was going through, and she was the only person I was able to go to. But it was like when she left, bro, that was like, I gotta fend for myself now. I don't know what to do no more. And remember when the last time I was talking about that, you get codependent on a friend. And I was at that point, and I didn't know how to sow my own, like pray about certain things and stuff on my own. And it was certain things that she was there for me with. Like,
It's a lot of things that we went through that we wasn't able to pray about. Somebody had to step in and actually do it, like, which I appreciate everything. It's just the other stuff that come with church that I'm just not with no more. Like,
y'all can't be pointing fingers at people. Y'all, the judgment has to stop. I hate going to church with people with attitudes, yo. That is the worst.
You judging me for doing something, and your son and your daughter is doing the same thing.
Yeah, now mind you,
bigging them up. Like it's
you saying my daughter, but your daughter be at the party with us the next night talking about some. Hey, sis,
a bunch of hypocrites. It's not everybody.
It's not everybody. You got some real pastors now.
You definitely do.
I have had the fair share, and I think that was what my pivotal moment was, because they seen something in me throughout that time. The church on Dixville, when I said, oh, this used to be a church. A prophet came from New York, and she said something to me. The lady don't know me from not a can in the wall. She the one told me, this is my calling. She said, you're not going to be here for long. It wasn't her speaking for me to leave out the church. She was telling me, my calling is above where I'm at. I can't stay stuck in the situation where I can't grow. After that lady said what she said to me, she also told me my son was left-handed, and guess what? My son is left-handed, and she also told me my son his way of learning is going to be different from what the school is used to. And guess what? She was right. So when I do believe, I say, there's some real genuine prophets out here. The church don't make the person make the church, and that's the fact.
You know the crazy thing, one of the churches that I went to when I was younger, they will always go to a church in Yonkers, and DMX is from Yonkers.
I love
and the
Yonkers
pastor
churches, though.
knew DMX, and I was so mad. My aunt came home. She was like, yeah, DMX was sitting in the back of the church. I was like, I knew I should have went to church. I was so mad. I was like, I missed it. Like, I knew I should have went. Like, certain stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, there's times where he didn't go to church, or there's certain times I don't want to go to church. There's certain times I do want to go just to hear the music, just to hear a word, but I just don't want to be connected, how deeply other people connected to it.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you're going through situations, always acknowledge whoever it is that you believe in that's going to help you.
Your higher person.
And I'm always acknowledging God. And like, even certain times, like when I can't pray, it's like, God, I don't really know the words of how I'm feeling.
Speak to
I
him.
know what the words that you want me to hear, or I say, you know, every thought, every word that I want to say and can't say, you know all of that. But I just need you to help me. And he's okay with that.
And that's a fact.
Sometimes my prayers, like, I could like literally go on the whole days, and I just be praying. I'm just talking.
And nobody really know.
The thing that bothers me is like going in the church, like, hey, Father God,
That's fake to me.
It's really fake to me.
That's fake.
It's fake to me. So like,
We know we get ugly when we pray, but baby.
no,
That's extra.
Yeah, my war cry they be ugly. Like, God, other than that, I don't.
Girl is stupid.
I don't know. Like, it don't take all of that. And it's like,
No.
every time I would hear that, like somebody praying or preaching like that, I would always get up. Like, me and my sister be like, all right, time to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cause like, it really
Oh
don't.
no, how about when somebody be in the church and they shouting, no, one day, oh my God. My God sister, she a laughaholic. She can't do it.
Yeah, I can't. It's hurting my feelings.
The lady was shouting, she had a baby in her hand, girl, bye. That baby said, dude. She stopped shouting, looked at the baby, and kept going. What the? She dropped. I said, girl, she in the spirit, I think. Get the baby.
Spirit is heavy, but
Listen, get it. I get it. I've prayed so hard before where I was uncontrollably snotting and crying and stuff. I was really going through it. That's a war cry. And let me tell you something. One thing for certain, spirit do move upon that. Because I just told you, I was telling you the other day, I was praying about some things. I kept crying. I kept saying, I want the universe to move on my behalf. Like, spirit, please just make it happen. And then out of nowhere, everything just started back to back. And that's why I said, when you got faith, and you don't let the negative things take you from your faith, bro.
I feel like a lot of people, they go towards church because as humans, we go through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but that's one thing that we was taught, but we also have to be taught the other things. We have to, for one, unlearn that behavior of, all right, something's wrong, let me go to church. No, something's wrong, you need to figure out what's wrong
And address it your dang on self.
That's exactly what you need to do. And I suggest if you're going through something, get a journal. People
Big
say
time.
people say that they don't like writing, okay, but you like texting. You have a note part in your phone. Start talking to that. Take bubble baths at night. Take bubble baths in the morning. Make sure that your space is clean. Like you don't have no type of
Declutter.
mess. Because when you have mess around you, it makes you feel like a mess inside.
Well,
So-
there's actually a saying spiritually that whenever somebody cluttered, you don't feel comfortable, and it's true. I have noticed that, like, if my room is cluttered, I'm
not at peace with myself.
No, I will start doing everything out the house. That's what living in general. If you keep your space cluttered and you claustrophobic, you're basically not allowing your aura to expand. Like, it makes you feel dark. It makes you feel like, even with life
And then
in
you just
general.
like certain people just keep adding on and adding on and adding on, and then like their first like, oh, I don't have a hoarder issue.
Yes, the hell you do.
You have something.
Listen, I just said that. I said, man, what the fuck am I doing with all this stuff that I don't need? Like, and it's
You have
like,
to
you be so
declutter.
afraid to throw everything out because you're like,
I
all right,
don't.
maybe I might need this again. But no, sometimes it's okay. I used to do that when I was young. I throw the whole house away. It was my ex-husband that got me the routine. Stop throwing everything out. No.
And some people that I've learned that have that issue is because a couple times in their life it's like where they lost everything.
Yeah.
So they try to keep everything, which is understandable, but at the same time you're still holding yourself back. And if you're still having like these problems, you really have to like for
Evaluate everything.
Yeah, you have to evaluate, and there's so much information on whatever it is that you're going through. You got YouTube, you got Google and noise, right? You got ask the universe to send you things.
Signs.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that about signs and synchronicity soon. Y'all definitely going to want to stay tuned with that part because a lot of people don't understand the signs and the synchronicity. Spirit speaks to us in every
I think I should tell
direction.
them about the podcast.
Tell them.
So, all right, I've been wanting to do a podcast for a while, but I've been quiet because I'm like, God, I don't know who
Oh,
the
yeah.
hell I'm gonna do a podcast with because I don't want us to be at each other next. I want it to be we both getting along, we both communicating, we both learning from each other.
Same thing I said.
It doesn't feel like work. Like we having fun, we laughing when we getting things together and coming up with new ideas. I want us to be at one accord.
Definitely.
We in the car one day, we talking about it.
Wait, before you even get to that part. So then, 2 days prior to that, my dude and me got in an argument because he's like, you need to do your podcast. You should just do your own and find another girl to do it with because... And I'm like, no, I'm not getting on no podcast with no female. Same thing she said. I don't want the attitudes. I don't want the anger. I don't want the confrontation. I want everything to just equally flow, and I don't want to be bored with it. And proceed with the conversation. 'cause
Yeah, it did. No,
we got in the
no,
car 2 days
but-
later.
No, but before the car, I literally said the day before, I said, God, this is something that I keep bringing to your attention, and it's not happening. I said, you giving me ideas, you giving me
Ooh,
topics.
is this candle aromatherapy, baby?
I think it is.
Cause it got me feeling some type of way.
Oh my God. I'm like, you giving me signs of what I want to do and all of this stuff, but who am I going to do it with? So she picked me up. We waiting for the grocery store to open. First thing about it, the sun is on us while we having this conversation. So it's like, God, like,
Alright, ding. Are y'all
There
gonna
it
smoke now?
so it's like, she said it, I said it, like, yeah, I'm about to start a podcast. Like, I've been wanting to start a podcast.
And we looked at each other like, what?
But the crazy thing about it, me and her before this, we always had deep
Conversations.
of like conversations that people. So we like, let's share that shit because we know other people can benefit from it because we're not gonna hold nothing back
No.
from y'all. Even if
No.
it's a topic y'all want us to discuss.
Y'all can email us. We setting up everything now. Y'all can email us, either her on Facebook, me, or y'all can email us on our email, which I will add it to the end of this segment. Somehow, some way. So that way, if y'all got ideas, y'all want to discuss topics that y'all want us to discuss, whether it's spiritual or not, we can connect the spiritual with the physical, because that's what it is. Let's do that. Like this podcast, we want to see
Even
grow.
even if you want something, like if you're going through a situation and you need our advice.
Definitely.
You feel like you need to some type of guidance. towards what's going on. You can write me. Everything is extremely confidential. Don't nobody know anything
Definitely.
except for us. And we can go through it. We can either, and you can tell us if you want us to
And guess
respond
what?
through it or to respond up here.
Guess what?
What?
I got in the mail today. My clergy stuff.
Bruh.
So yeah, we legal over here, baby.
This is it's actually, stuff like this has actually been happening to us
Lately, like all week long, it's just been mad
and
different
it's like
stuff.
we not even question, like we don't question it
No.
because we know that it's something that we're supposed to be doing.
Is when you following your path, your life path, your journey. If you listening to spirit is always gonna give us a direction to go. But it's up to us because you get a right of
Sometimes
choice.
we take that other way and we ain't listening.
I think a lot of times in our life we was taking that. Nah, we'll come back to you later.
Yeah, like spirit. I know you got your true intentions, but I
we
wanna
got
go
other
over here.
intentions right now. You know, our best friend just called us over and said, XYZ. But the point is, y'all, no matter where you stray, when you going through the most harshest shit, you're in the wrong direction. Sometimes it's a lesson that's trying to reroute you. Like the GPS be saying, reroute. Spirit is telling us sometimes you gotta reroute. I'm gonna let you go that way, and then we question that shit. Like, why am I going through stuff? Bro, there was a direction that was specifically given to you. And one thing I always tell people, the signal for the green light to go in your direction is happiness. Anything that make you freaking smile, anything that make you bright, anything that make your aura, you could be yourself, and it's just you, authentically you. That's your path. Like, this is our path. We love helping people and we love talking. I'm sorry, we talk a lot. I do readings, and my reading is supposed to last 30 minutes. I be telling people, don't call.
We be on the phone for
We
2
were 2
hours.
hours.
Sis, help me.
Hey, but the point is, and it's like a therapy conversation with me and her. Like, I could start off doing her reading and reading her, and then she'll turn around and say something, and then I conversate, and I got tears coming out my eyes. The point is, everybody needs somebody that you could go to and openly be able to communicate, whether it's a sister, friend, relative. Like, she's not even my bloodline, but listen, this is sis. Because we been communicating for a year now, and it has been all good. It ain't been no negative. It ain't been no F that chick or her F me.
It's been more communication towards
Definitely.
anything.
Definitely.
And I feel like going through the stage that you're going through, you have to it's been a long time since we talked to ourselves and treated ourselves like shit. Like, so you ain't a piece, like, you're a piece of shit. Like, what the fuck? Why? And it's like, just like being insecure. Like, when people are insecure, like, oh my God, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so this, I'm so that.
That
and
was
it's
me
like,
forever.
I talk to myself like that. Like, if my hair not done, I'd be like, girl, you know we about
Y'all
to get our
lucky
hair
because
done.
we just said y'all gonna start seeing us up here not
Yeah.
looking glam sometime, you know.
Yeah, y'all about to get raw.
Don't make it with the bonnet and the PJ
Nah, I'm
crew,
not
bro.
coming with nobody. But what I'm saying is, if you are able to talk to yourself in a negative way, please learn how to talk to yourself in a positive way. Because now I'm not that Sylvia of where I'm talking like down to myself. It's like if I know something is wrong, I'd be like, Sylvia, what is it that you need?
Definitely.
Are you okay?
That's part of self-care.
Yeah,
though.
and it's like I care for myself, so I'm not going to talk to myself in your way. Even when I see, like, if I ever would see her do that, I'm like, Cola, do not talk to my sister like that, because I have to talk to that voice that's talking to her.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that, and you have to, even with, like, it could be a voice like, I don't feel like I'm gonna make it. Like, no, I am gonna make it.
Which we all got that in our
and
mind
it's like,
sometimes.
I know that a lot of people got it, and that's why I'm saying it's like, so you have to always transfer that into something good.
In a big, I wish we could put urgent alert. Watch who you surround yourself with. Because energy is real, and that shit will leech off from one person to the next. If somebody having a bad day, they will come and ruin your day just because they not happy. You gotta monitor, especially like when, like me, I'm an empath, she's an empath. We can pick up on people's energy quick. We got to be careful with who we attach ourselves to, because that becomes a part of us. And until like an empath that's not aware of themselves, they will attach that energy and think it's theirs, and it's not. I have had that happen to me so many times, but I do urge, when I do and this is a reminder, if you got an empath friend, Don't take it in offense when they say they need space. It's for their health and for you too. Because an empath that becomes negative, bruh, we a whole nother problem. But we like to cleanse ourselves. We like to be around positive energy. Positive energy is what keep us.
I feel like my two closest friends that I went to Job Corps with, I know that we all are empaths. And
We align with each other.
It's been years since we actually seen each other, but like talking, texting, supporting
It
each
never
other.
stops.
It never stopped. But we also don't feel a type of way when we all are taking breaks, not from each other, but we all know what we're not young anymore. For one, we got shit to do, we got shit to handle, and we need to be our best at that. So it's like
Definitely.
I have that, and I have that versus somebody calling me out of nowhere. Well, I ain't hear from you. Where the hell you been at? You don't know what the hell I'm going through. I could be going through suicidal thoughts.
Exactly.
And you're not helping my situation. And I literally was at work, and my client said something to another girl, but it was how she said it, and it was early in the morning. So I pulled her to the side. I said, there's a way that you have to say things to people because you don't know if this girl been tossing and turning all night. She just got here. You don't know if she's been detoxing off of drugs. And that tone of voice when you use with somebody can just end up breaking them down more than what they are. So it's like, be aware of everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying. If you don't know how you're going to come off, give yourself
Proper communication is a big deal. It could change a situation from being good to bad in a moment. Like negative, and I tell people that like it's not. And sometimes the words that we do use, some people will get offended by it. Like I hate the word, "Oh, you're fucking stupid." Why call me stupid if you know I'm not stupid? Because then that makes me madder than anything. Because even though some people like, oh, you just need to ignore people when they call you stupid because you know you're not. Don't answer to a word that's not of you. I believe in that too because sometimes you could attract what people call you. That's how it attaches itself to you. But people got to be mindful how they talk about other people too. Like that stupid shit. Don't call a kid stupid. Don't say stupid.
And some people, I literally dealt with some people that would talk like that, and you could be like, don't talk to me like that, and they'll go from, do not talk to me like that. I said don't fucking talk to me like that. Like, it shouldn't even have to take for me to
It's
even
just one time. It only take one
reach
time
that
to
level.
respect me.
With certain people like that, it's like, for one, I have to realize that they don't even know how to talk to themselves.
No.
They don't want anybody to get through them, so I'm not saying nothing. Only thing I can do is like, and recently I done that to people to like, if you don't know how to talk to me, just don't talk to me.
I be saying that. Somebody told me I'm
just
wrong.
don't say nothing.
I'm acting weird. It's not me acting weird. It's me protecting my energy and me protecting me from flipping out on you, so it don't be a
People like
problem.
that got like the biggest dark shadows of them all. Like, soon as they come, it's like you like this big dark cloud that's literally around them. I don't want that.
No.
I don't want that. Now I'm having to go home and cleanse myself. I don't want that.
So yeah, the point is, this is gonna be the last time we talk about this artist and mental health things because this is the basis of it. I'm using celebrities because y'all want to watch celebrities so much, but y'all need to pay attention to people in y'all personal fucking lives. They're human. The point I'm making is these celebrities are human and we are goddamn human too. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. Everybody's not gonna be of your liking. Align your life. Can't stress that enough. You gotta align with who you are aligned with. Everybody's not gonna align with you. Everybody's not gonna accept your flaws and all. But those that do, that's because they are either A, they came from that, or they understand already. So you wanna iterate before we end this?
I just want to say, be your best self. Conquer whatever it is that you want to conquer. Prepare for it. Get it done. I would suggest a prayer box.
Definitely.
I've been having a prayer box for years. And it's literally, or whatever size box that you want. You could decorate it, or you could go to Marshalls, you could go to TJ Maxx, you could go to Burlington and get one. You get some sticky notes, rip them up, and like the things that you want to achieve. Literally, when I put stuff in there, I'm able to take them out.
Yeah.
Not right away, but I'm able to take them out. So it's like, even if you can't pray, just make a prayer box. Your family members could go in there, your issues could go in there, the financial blessings that you want, it can go in there. But just be your best self. Watch your energy watch the other people's energy. Watch your energy too. And That's all I can say is really just be your best self and work towards being your best self.
Definitely, definitely. So, you guys, y'all know the wrap up.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Check it out. Check it
About it. Pray about it, pray about it, pray about it, girl. Pray so about it. The kingdom is coming. Hallelujah.
Check it out. Check it out.
Hello, everybody. I hope you guys like this episode of Mentally There for You with me and Sylvia Nicole. I do want to apologize for the delay of me premiering this episode. I had a cat that was having kittens yesterday, and not only that, we had a little emergency where I had to have the vet come in. So I do want to apologize to everybody for that. You guys, I hope you like, subscribe, and share to the Mentally You YouTube channel. Also, like, subscribe, and share to our like page. We are about to drop some exclusive stuff. Also, I have a flyer that should be dropping any day now. We're taking some live guests, and we will be having the phone lines open. This is going to be May the 3rd. So if you are a female that has either A, been married, B, divorced, or you're in one of the three Generation Z, Generation X, all that type of age group stuff. I don't even care if you're older than us. Just come up there. We want to hear some sides from male and female. We do have 3 guys, but I think I'm going to take on 1 more guy and 1 more lady. So if you would like to participate Monday, May the 3rd, please email me at mentallythereforyou@gmail.com, or you can inbox us on Mentally There For You podcast on Facebook, or you can just personally inbox me at Queensy Denise on Facebook. So with that being said, y'all better like, subscribe, and share. Y'all got some dope content about to come out, some new guests that's going to be on, and we're going to start having There For You Tuesdays. So I hope y'all ready, because we got some Mother's Day gifts that we about to start giving away. It's going to be, I promise you. Y'all going to want to lock in, subscribe, share, stay tuned, and make sure you are on Mentally There For You when we are doing this live guest, because the phone lines will be open, and I promise you that. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you for watching.